Hi guys, today we're going to start our first lesson with pottery on how to make a texture plaque. So texture is how something feels. So if you're doing pottery right now, you might actually even have a canvas on your desk. You can feel that that has kind of a rough texture, whereas if you feel the table, you'll feel that that has kind of a smooth texture. And when we're talking about texture in art, we're a lot of the times talking about implied texture, which means it looks like it feels a certain way. So what we're going to do today is just get to know the clay, learn about it, and also make some textures in the clay. So when you're working with clay, you should always have you should always be working on a canvas location. Today I'm going to give you just a tiny bit of clay to start with, okay? You're going to roll that clay in a ball. You can either roll it with your hands like this, or you can roll it on the canvas, okay? That's the first step, is just to simply roll in a ball. Then you're going to take your fist, and you're just going to kind of in a circular motion hit it, but not too hard. You notice I'm not banging down. I'm just sort of tapping it like this in a circular motion until I have something that looks like it's about this thick. Okay, so it's about the thickness of your finger itself. Okay, you don't want to get thinner than that, and you don't want to get too much thicker than that. All right, now I'm going to create some texture. So you should probably, at your table, have a bag that has a bunch of tools in it that look something like this. All right, and you're going to, in that bag, take some things out to make some textures. Now, there are some sharp things, like there's a nail, there's a board, there's a bunch of different things that you're going to use. I just want you, the sharp ones, please be careful, and please share with the other members at your table. So what's interesting about something like a nail is that you wouldn't think this could be a pottery tool, but this can actually make a lot of different kind of textures. So on my, and you can even see on the back of this, there's already a texture from the canvas. So you can even actually feel that. That's actually not implied. It's a real texture. It feels like the canvas. But now we're going to explore what some of the tools do to make different designs or textures. So if you take this part of the nail, you'll see you could make different circles. So here with the head of the nail, I can see what I can make. Then I could even try a different way. I can try the point. All right, that could also make a very interesting texture. All right, I'm really just exploring here. I'm not worried about what it looks like or what I'm going to create. It's just an exploration. I can take this nail or even a pencil, and I can actually draw in here. I could actually put my name if I wanted to. Peyton. Okay? I could take the side of it and make a different kind of texture. Okay? So this is just an example of a small little texture plaque that you would make. Yours are going to be better because you're going to take some more time with them. All right? If you want more clay, you can come get more clay. And it depends on, you have to think about what you might want to do with this when we get it back. So this has not been fired yet. It is what you call greenware. It's soft, but this is the kind of clay that has to be fired and for it to get hard. What we probably can do with these after we fire and glaze them is we can attach a magnet to the back, and it could be a refrigerator magnet. Otherwise, if you'd like to make this like into some sort of necklace or something, you do need to make sure to drill a hole in the top. So you drill the hole, all right, and then you need to make sure that that's not too sharp on the back. So you're going to kind of smooth that down so the hole goes all the way through. Now, when you are done and you are ready to either get another piece of clay and do another one or move on, you need to put your name, okay, your first name and your last initial. So my name is Peyton P, and you have to put your period number. All right, that is very key because you're going to paint these later once they're fired. And if you don't have your period number, you're going to have to rummage through a bunch of other stuff to try to find your work, okay? So when you're done with that and you show me that it has your name and your period number, you can either bring it to me or my TA, and you're going to place it on a special tray. You're going to show them your name and period number that you have textures, and you're going to place it on a tray, and then you can either get some more clay to do another one, or you might be ready to go to the next video. So when it comes time to clean up, you need to make sure, a lot of times when you have been working with clay, there might be like some little pieces of clay here. So what you're going to do is when it's all dried clay, we can still use it later. We can recycle it. But if you just take a bigger piece of clay and kind of tap the smaller pieces of clay, it'll pick them up really easily. So we want to make sure there's no clay on the canvas, and then we're going to take the dried pieces of clay and put it in the dry clay bin that Miss Pick has told us where it is. Then we're going to make sure that all the tools get back in our bag, and you can check and see if you have everything by looking here, making sure you have everything, and keep either putting that at the center of the table or turning it back into Miss Pick. You're also going to make sure there's no clay that's on the floor. One thing you should know, if you throw clay, then you are done, and you are writing a reflection and you're getting a phone call. It's no warnings for throwing clay. This is something that we work with our hands, but it's not something that we throw around. So with that, you should know what to do. You're probably starting your texture plaque, and enjoy.